Hi, I'm Tyson. I'm hanging out at Aviator PPG this week, and I want to show you guys how to install a reserve. And you should always be flying with the reserve as long as your instructor says it's okay. All right, let's get started. So first thing we want to do is we want to install these malleons, and where you do that on the Parajet Maverick, so you open these guys up and you fit those in, leave them open for now. Same thing on the other side. All right, step number one. And then there are some Velcro enclosures that the bridle is going to run through, so go ahead and get those open. Next, let's pull your reserve out of the bag. And these are going to be our attachment points here that we're going to put into those malleons. And I'll go ahead and show you how to get it properly into the bag with the handle on there. And it's a good idea to have a little tool similar to this or some weed eater line that you can go ahead and poke through. Next thing you want to do is find the handle for your bag and get that installed on the Parajet Maverick. We want to put that right through the middle one. There's a couple of other options here as well, but for us, we're going to be going through the middle. Gotta find it. All right, and then once you get it through, you want to make a loop. Take one of the ends, stick it through, and then pull it tight. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. All right. And we want to take some of this extra because it's going to be a little bit long and fold it up slightly. Set it on the table there. And on this particular bag system, you've got some numbers. Number 1, number 2, and then number 3. So you want to start at number 1 on the bottom and take your tool and stick it through. Get it threaded, lock it in. And we're going to take this bag with the handle on the outside. We're going to put it in here. Take this tool and then thread it through number 2. Number 1 here, number 2 here. Thread it through this hole and pull it tight. Then take these bridles and make sure that it's going over the top, closest where they need to attach. And we're going to go in through the bottom hole of number 3 here. And you just get it sucked in there the best that you can. Make sure that your handle is in the middle of everything. All right, so once you have that pulled through like that, then we're going to take this handle here. There's a piece of Velcro and a Velcro, and we're going to take this rod and then put it through the loop to be able to hold it in there, and it will temporarily put the Velcro on there. Now we can undo our tool and then slowly pull this out to not create too much friction. Now that's being held in there. Then we do the same thing up at the top. So we find that number 1 flap. Put the tool through the loop. Lock it in. And we're going to find number 2, which is over here. Go through that. And then number 3, making sure that our bridle is up on the top. All right, so what we need to do now, before we secure this up, we want to run these up to see how much room that we're going to need, because we want to stuff the rest of that down in here. So we're going to come up and over. We'll go and start with the furthest one away. We take this loop, put it in here, screw that in, and then it's not a bad idea to tighten this a little bit to where vibration isn't going to cause it to come undone. All right. There's a flap back here that this goes through, and you can go ahead and secure that now. And then bring your other side, put it in, tighten that slightly. Okay. Then you can have those up like that. Put the Velcro over it, and then that secures it in. Same thing here. All right. Next piece of Velcro that we're going to run it through is this one here. Both of them go through that. Velcro it in, so that keeps it nice and tidy. And then we're going to take the excess. We're going to put it down into this bag behind it. All right, and that looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and tension this up and then put this rod through. And as you're putting the rod through, there's a little tiny sleeve right here that's going to go into. So make sure that that's in there. Take our tool off, pull it out slowly. Then we're going to put the rod into this bottom one, into the sleeve as well. Okay, and then this handle has the Velcro, so make sure that that's centered properly. It's got some excess material here. Go ahead and shove that in. And then the ends of the handle, you want to put into these sleeves here on the end. Just like that. And that helps to make sure that this handle is nice and secure to where it's not going to accidentally catch on anything. Then from here, we want to go ahead and take this extra flap material and put it up in here to make it nice and tidy. So the most important thing about this install is to make sure that this bridle goes over this swing arm right here. If it were to be routed underneath like this and you did have to deploy your reserve, this is going to be the point to where the bridle would be coming up and you would be completely hanging sideways, coming down, and that's not good. So make sure that's up and over like that. So we've secured our malleons, we've ran our bridle, our handle is in properly. So we are complete with this install. Make sure you pre-flight this before every flight to make sure that your yellow rod is in through those loops and that your handle is properly into the pockets there. If this were to deploy accidentally during flight, that'd be a very bad situation, or if it's on a back of a truck or a transport carrier and it were to accidentally deploy, you'd be having a really bad day. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.